Are you ready?
How are you?
Good. Good morning for you.
I just woke up. Sorry about the time difference.
Oh, perfect for me. It's afternoon, so perfect.
Oh, that's awesome. I had to wear a hat because my hair's not done yet. So
Sorry for you that it's morning.
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So good morning, everybody. Good afternoon to everybody out there. Our special guest is Miss Monica. Welcome to the Degenerate Sessions. Being the lead here on YouTube, I'm still a little bit tired. Monica's wide awake, so that's awesome. Let me say hi to everybody. I'll let you say hi to everybody.
Yeah, ciao a tutti. Hello, everyone.
I'm Italian too, but I don't speak it. I understand a little bit.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
from do you know the town or the city?
My girlfriend's from Sicily. I'm from Calabria, and I'm Shujat, Calabria and Rome, I think.
Yeah, Calabria.
Yeah, I'm from there. So, okay, let's dive right into the interview. So, talk to us a little bit. Where you're from, where you grew up, and how you got into wrestling.
Yeah, so I'm Italian, like legit Italian. So I was born in like small town in Abruzzo. It's like 2 hours from Rome.
Okay.
Maybe people know it just because it's where Bruno Sammartino was born, like Abruzzo. So I'm very, very close to his hometown. And grew up in Italy. And when I was like, always watch wrestling, but in Italy it's not a big thing, especially back in the day, like was not very popular. Like it's not like in the US or in UK. So one point, I just decided to say, if I want to become like a professional wrestler, I need to go in the United States, to train properly. Sorry for my English. Sometimes I forget words. That we speak Italian and English.
Yeah. I wish I could do it in Italian.
So, like, in the US, I was like in Missouri. So, like, right in the center of the United States. Like, it's when you think about the United States, I'm going to go to Los Angeles, New York, Florida. But I decided St. Louis, Missouri.
So, explain to us a little bit about that, your experience in the United States, wrestling and stuff from there.
Yeah, so, like, I chose St. Louis, like, Troy, Missouri, because there was like the Harley Race Wrestling Academy. So I joined that school in like 2015. Well, I started in Italy a little bit before, but like, as I said before, it was not very popular at that time. We didn't have, school or stuff like this. So I have to go to be trained by one of the best. And, Harley was one of the best for sure. And so, yeah, I was so lucky, that I was able to train with him and talk with him. And, all his stories are like very famous. Everyone knows stories about Harley.
Yeah.
And so I started there, training a little bit, and then, when you're more ready, I start like traveling more, like pretty much the Midwest. So like Missouri, Tennessee, Illinois, Nebraska, like Texas. I've never been like in Canada, so that's something.
Not yet, eh? Well,
Yeah.
I'm from Toronto, so yeah, there's a lot of Italians here. We grew up in an area where it was all Italians. Near Wonderland. I don't know if you ever heard of Wonderland. It's a theme park.
It's a theme park, yeah, right?
Yeah, we have a theme park right beside us. It's one of the biggest. The U.S. owns it now. Canada used to own it, but we don't own it anymore. So talk to us about Harley Race. Talk to us about your training, what that experience was like, and how he mentored you, if you can, whatever you can describe.
Yeah, like it was like something more special for me because, like, I always grow up and like watching wrestling on TV. So Ali was the first actual legend, to see in front of me. So it was the first day. I was like, scared. Like it was like cold. He was not able to walk very well at that time. But his voice, his hair, his eyes, he still hardly raised. Even if it was like cold, I was not able to walk very well. But he was always there training, so it was very, very good because, of course, he was not able to be in the ring with us.
Yeah.
But there were like his son, Degenerate, is always there, and so he knows how to train. And they always watch there, and he was giving you advice, and that was something cool.
So
Smoking cigarettes when you're training and you were smoking.
Smokes, I didn't know that about Harley. I had no idea. So he ran the whole academy, or how was it?
Yeah, it was like before the 2014, the school was like in Eldon, Missouri, and there was very popular, especially back in the day, in 2002, 2004. Many people that now are in WWE, they were training there. But after they moved close to St. Louis, so in this town called Troy, Missouri, where it's actually still now the academy, and big building. And back in the day, we had 2 rings, and all the people we could sleep there.
Yeah.
So, because I was foreign, so many foreign people went there to train. I think we were maybe 6 or 7 Italians there. For what kind of reason, I don't know, because we are a lot of people that always wanted to go to the US, and so we went together. And so we were able to sleep there. We have a kitchen, so it was very good. It's very, very important when you are from another country and maybe you don't know where to go to sleep, or where to do stuff. So it's very good even for foreign people.
Yeah, that must have been a great experience, especially that they took care of you, gave you a spot to sleep, train, of course, eat, and everyday essentials, right, to help you succeed in the industry of wrestling. Good morning, Sean. Good morning, Stefano. Sorry. So what was your first match? So your first match, your emotions, your feelings going through the curtains. Who was your opponent? I know I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. I'm going to let you talk about it. And go from there.
Yeah. So my first match was in Italy, in Rome in 2010. But I started in Italy, but because I was the only girl, especially in my area, that I'm kind of south center of Italy, so a lot of more wrestlers were in the north. So where I was the only girl, so I lost a lot of time because I was not. Maybe I was able to do a match, but I didn't have an opponent. Especially intergender, they didn't work at that time.
No.
Were not popular back in the day, back in 2010. No. So I always have to wait to have an opponent, girl. So that promotion, they called me Alpha Female. The Mae Young Classic, Jesse Gabbard. She was so good. She was older than me, and she had a lot of experience even back in 2010. So she helped me a lot, and that match was still one of my favorite. Of course, because it was my first one. And I was just 17 years old, so I was super young.
Okay. How old were you?
I'm 27 now.
How old were you? Sorry, it cut out.
27.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Well, you shouldn't ask age of girl.
No. I meant your first match. Your first match.
Oh, my God.
Now I meant on your first match.
I was okay. I say now I'm 27 now. No, I was 17.
Okay, so that was young. That's young. I had Gibson on, and he was also 17 in his first match. So it seems like everybody goes around 16, 17, starts training. Eh?
It's as I said before, if I was maybe in the UK or in the US, maybe I I had more experience. But like, I did my first match and I was like 17, but then I have to wait another year for do another match, like a proper match, with another girl, with a good professional.
Yeah.
Because especially like we didn't have a lot of promotion of wrestling in Italy. 2010, so they couldn't spend money to bring other girls from Europe, so it was very, very hard starting.
Okay. You were on Raw, right? You were on WWE Raw. Are you allowed talking about that?
Sorry.
You were on WWE's Raw, right? Correct. And
Yeah.
Are you allowed talking about it or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so go into that experience, what that was like.
Yeah, like it was crazy because like I always did a lot of extra, for WWE before even that match. Well, actually, my first tryout with the WWE was in 2012 in London.
Okay.
I was always there a couple of times, especially with Harvey. He always bring his kid to WWE every time they are in town. And that time, Nia Jax, she was doing. She was, I think, her first month or two on Raw. So they needed an opponent, and Harley was like, they will come in Kansas City, and girl must be ready because you will be you against her. And I was like freaking out, because like starting in Italy, and then even if it was just for one night, just for 2 minutes, but it was very, very important because I was the first ever Italian after Bruno Sammartino to be in WWE, like legit Italian, a star from Italy, an Italian passport, and so it was very special for our country, for my country.
Congratulations.
And that was even just for one night, it's still something special, Yeah, thank you.
That was awesome. Can you go into the match or how you felt, the emotions being out there, what it was like with the fans?
Yeah, it was crazy because when I started there, I would never work for like all this crowd, It was like, I think like almost 20,000 people there in the arena. That actually was in Kansas City.
Okay.
And the referee, before start the match, he said to me, okay, now you have millions of people that are watching you. And I was like, oh no, freaking out.
I watched that, so I know.
You watched. Yeah, they changed my name, so I was like, for that night, I was like Ken Esposito, and that's funny because I didn't know when I finished the match and I went backstage. It was, is it good? And I was like, huh? Okay.
Well, you did. They always need wrestlers to come in, right? And that's where a lot of wrestlers start. We have to pay our dues, even us doing interviews, right? It's a gamble and it's a work ethic. And if you do the work, you're gonna get there, right? And that's an accomplishment. Even if you said one night only, that's an accomplishment. Continue, yeah.
It is. You work hard a lot. You work hard in training, and like. For me, that's like from another country. So probably, too, because like foreign people to go in the US, it's very, very hard. Like visa, you have a lot of visa problems. So, you're not able to stay maybe, as much you want.
Yeah.
So I did for like 3 years, 90 days in the US, back in Europe, then 90 days, then back in Europe, then 90 days. So it was like, back and forth all the time. And in this way, it's kind that you waste a little bit of time because you can't, to stay there like for a longer time.
Yeah, you can only do 90 days.
You're so happy because you're there 3 months, and then you need to come back in Europe, and then you waste time because you need to wait to come back there. And as I said before, like in Italy, it's not the same, of course, in the US. Like that's why when I'm in Europe, I'm based in the UK, in London.
It has a lot of wrestling.
Yeah.
If there's any wrestler from the UK, on this topic, name a UK wrestler, female or male. To me, they're all superstars who you'd like to wrestle. I'm interested in that. From the UK.
From the UK, Well, I enjoy a lot. Like my last in February, I did a tour and I worked with Mariah May. And I saw you talk with her, yeah. And we had like such a great chemistry together. So we did a good match, So I think I really enjoy work with her.
Yeah.
And so many good talent, like male, female, like honestly, like in the UK, like so many good talent, especially because they start so young. So you will meet like a guy that probably is like 17 or 18 with like 4 years of experience, and it's like crazy. Like it's different because in Italy and even in the US, like you don't see people so young,
Yeah, no way. Not at 12, 13.
Yeah.
That's true. So where can the fans watch the matches with Mariah May? On YouTube?
Yeah. I think it's on Earth channel. Yeah, it's on Earth channel.
On YouTube on your channel? That's awesome.
We did like a tour for All Star Wrestling. I don't know if...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So how many matches did you guys have in the tour?
We did like, I think 6 matches in a row. We did like mixed tag and then we had like singles. And it was funny.
You guys should tag together. That'd be awesome. I think you guys would be a perfect gimmick tag team. Like opposites, you know what I mean? Attract and like your chemistry in the ring. I think you guys could do some phenomenal tag moves together. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I need to come back in London for doing that.
So, what's next for you? What's next for Miss Monica? Anything spoilers? If you can give us any future projects you have lined up. I know with the pandemic right now, we're trying to get back to normal. But anything you do have lined up? Sorry, I talk with my hands. I'm Italian.
Well, you're Italian. Look at me. I'm doing this all the time.
We go back and forth,
I move so much my hand. And even if people don't know, but when they see me, they say, oh, she's Italian for sure.
100%. We do the hand moves, and I know.
I was in London before all this virus start, and that was my year. I was very focused there, and I said I want to be like all in the UK for the 2020, and then coronavirus came up, and then I had to come back to Italy, so I did the lockdown here in Italy, of course, because you can't stay stuck in another country. It was better in my hometown. And I lost a lot of opportunity, a lot of days. But I'm positive. I think that now, maybe after summer, we will start to do more events. And I need to wait to see how in England they will start.
Yeah.
But definitely I will stay in Europe for the 2020. That's for sure.
Well, I noticed they are starting to open up shows. Let's pray that the virus stays under control. It is a deadly virus. Everybody got hit. Italy got hit bad too. We were praying for you guys. So let's hope, because events opening up, fans and everything, it's exciting time. And with the pandemic, there was no sports. So a lot of people got back into wrestling because it was the only thing airing, right? And it's exploding again, which I love. I know you love as well, because we're huge wrestling fans. We're in the business as well. So how do you feel about that? The scene of wrestling exploding and so many more fans coming together. How do you feel about that? Isn't it a great feeling?
Yeah, it's amazing, the way that, and it's different because every country where you go, the crowd is different, like the style of wrestling is different. So that's what I like a lot of being European, because I work in Italy and I work in Germany and I work in England and I work in France and I work, in Spain, so, you go in every country and you see different crowd, different style, and it's very different. People in the UK, the fans in the UK are different than the crowd in the US.
So wild.
It's it's still wrestling, so you always enjoy, but it's very, very cool when you can see different style, different crowd, different fans. But I've never been in Canada, so
not yet.
back at least. How do you say in English yet? Because
Yeah, not yet. You haven't been here. Toronto has a big following for wrestling. We have Greektown, Destiny, Smash. We got all kinds. I've done a few shows actually with Destiny, so hopefully we can get you down here once the pandemic is over. So there's a lot happening here, right? So do you watch AEW and NXT?
a little bit. Like even in this time, I was in the lockdown. Like I didn't have internet a lot. So it was like feeling like outside the world, So I lost a lot. I lost a lot of WWE in the last month, and so I'm not updated. But I watch, usually I like to watch all kind of wrestling,
Yeah. Well, you got a fan. Hope Miss Monica will wrestle in my hometown of Dallas. And another fan wants to know when you're coming to Toronto.
Definitely. Please follow me on my thoughts also. We'll keep you updated there.
You guys can follow her on Miss Monica here on Instagram, Twitter, and everything. So final question. Name me a dream opponent. A dream opponent of yours. It could be a tag match, 6-man, 6 women, mixed gender, singles, WrestleMania, name anything. Royal Rumble is here. Dream match.
Of course, it's very hard to choose just one.
So
but I will be maybe, I don't know the name in English, but maybe can be ridiculous, but I grew up watching Trish Stratus, so I know everyone say, oh, she's my idol, but for sure, she's someone that you grew up watching her, and so I always love how she passed from being a model, she became a pro wrestler, and she was so good, and she really changed her style and everything. So that was something that really it's a good inspiration for me.
Yeah.
But I think now, I really would like to work with Charlotte because I think she's one of the best, definitely one of the best. She has everything, she's such an amazing athlete, and her style, her character, she's really would be Miss Monica versus Charlotte.
For Charlotte Flair, eh? Well, Charlotte's the full package, and it's like she's Ric Flair's daughter, which she is, obviously.
Yeah.
But even having that privilege, she's expanded way beyond that. It's not she's that good in the ring. She doesn't need that title of Ric Flair's daughter. She's Charlotte Flair, and she's the best in the world to me. That's no offense to anybody else, but I love Trish Stratus. She was my all-time favorite. But in the ring, Charlotte Flair is the best to ever do it to me right now. She's crazy. So that's
a lot. So
Yeah, she's awesome. Trish is around here. She's from Toronto. I see her at Raw all the time at the Rogers Center. So it's crazy.
I've never met her. So it was every time I was backstage there, she was never there.
She was never there? Don't worry. It'll line up. It'll line up somehow. See, I'm talking with my hands again. It'll line up somehow. All right, so I'm gonna end it here. Thank you, Miss Monica, for joining us today on the Degenerate sessions. The Being the Elite here. You can follow Miss Monica on Instagram, Twitter. Are you on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm also on Facebook. It's with my name, Monica Passeri.
It's Monica Passeri on Facebook. So follow her, guys, support her, and watch her matches on YouTube as well. We wish you all the best. We want to thank you for coming on the show. I'll let you say bye to everyone.
Yeah, grazie a tutti. Un bacio.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. All the best. Stay safe, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Thank you.
Dom twos.